screen. I'm not fit to be seen.
Okay, you go off screen and
Lachlan's there now.
okay.
How are you?
Okay. So Lachlan, we've started the meeting and we're recording the session.
Cool.
I'd like to welcome everyone along. We've had a few technical difficulties. Lachlan, we can't actually see you. You just have a big.
Really? I've got my camera on, I've got my mic on, and it's unfortunately not allowing me to share my screen. It's saying only meeting organizers and presenters can share. So I'm not sure whether you need to upgrade my permissions or.
Let's have a go at this. I'm changing it now. That looks better.
They're brilliant. All right, I'm just going to go ahead and share my screen. So
Thank you.
bear with me now. Is everyone able to see my screen?
No.
Interesting. Okay, we'll try that once again. Share screen, share content. That should be a little bit. Is that better?
No, still
Wow.
The only
That's
thing I can.
interesting.
Sorry, folks. We thought this would be. We should have done a run through yesterday. Can you share your presentation and I'll flick the screens for you?
Is that better?
Well, we can't see you and we can't see the presentation.
Oh man, what is going with Microsoft Teams?
Yeah.
Okay. Diane, because I'm more just concerned for not so much the slides, but also the demonstration.
Yes.
You do have access to the slides.
Right.
I shared them with you the other day, but it's more doing
John.
the live demonstration.
Oh, that's interesting. So we can see John. Do you want to try again?
Yeah, certainly. Let me see if I can share my screen once again. I'm definitely
trying to share.
It's saying Teams is sharing my window now, and nothing's coming up.
No, nothing's coming up at all. I'm really sorry to say. We may have to organise this for another time. Let me just see if I can find the. Sorry, folks. You know, the best laid plans, software, etc. Teams changing, etc. Let me get to here and there. Okay, I have the slides now from Google Docs. Just let me move everyone across and is there a present mode or do you just flick through it?
I can talk to all the slides. There's no need to go into presenter mode, but you can just go into slideshow. But as I said, Di, my only concern is the live demonstration of the product.
So look, people, if you're okay with this, we'll do the slide presentation. And I think if you feel that this is a good solution for your organisation, then we'll actually have Lachlan's details online, or we'll contact Lachlan for you for a more detailed presentation of the actual software. I'd say potentially using Zoom because I think Lachlan's more comfortable with Zoom and we're not as comfortable with presenting using Teams. Obviously, we've not trialled this. So let me share the screen and we'll at least give people a starting point, Lachlan.
Why don't we?
We've got a room around. So let us go from here. So I'm assuming everyone can see my screen?
Certainly can. And feel free just to click the slideshow button in the top right, Di. You can then go into full screen. Beautiful. So why don't we just kick off? And apologies, everyone. Microsoft Teams, who would have thought, one of the largest tech vendors in the world. We are a Zoom and Google house over here at Employment Hero alongside many other SaaS vendors. But regardless, welcome everyone. My name's Lachlan Baxter. I'm the Senior Manager for Partnerships here at Employment Hero. So I work with all of our partners, whether they be consultants, tech vendors, accountants, bookkeepers, for any of their clients that require HR and payroll. I've been at Employment Hero for about 18 months, but spent the last 10 to 12 years working at Xero alongside being an accountant myself. So pretty familiar with the payroll game, if you will. Feel free to go to the next slide, Di.
I assume I page down. Oh, there you go.
There we go. Excellent. So, who are Employment Hero? So, Employment Hero, we are an all-in-one HR, payroll, and benefit solution that was born and bred in Australia. And I think this is the big key, which makes us the most used payroll solution in Australia, alongside the most used HR solution as well. How Employment Hero was founded was actually quite a unique story. So, our founder, Ben Thompson, is actually an employment lawyer and he owned an employment law firm. Now, he would go into work every single day and see all of the things that could be automated by using a tech platform. And the first one being onboarding. Ben went into the office one day and he saw someone standing at a photocopier or a scanner putting in onboarding documents for a new employee. And he thought this could be solved via a software. And alas, Employment Hero was born. We now have over 300,000 businesses globally, and we pay over 2 million employees. 20% of the private Australian workforce is actually paid on the Employment Hero platform. So we're definitely tried and proven within the Australian market, and we're absolutely optimized for this. We're not a US solution that's coming to Australia and trying to cram in Australian employment law. We're not a British solution that's coming down under to do the same. We're born and bred in Australia. We're about 1,000 employees worldwide. And as I said, we're really known for our simple user interface alongside our sleek mobile phone application as well. Please move across, Di.
Yep.
Excellent. So I alluded to earlier Employment Hero being the most used payroll solution in Australia. So this is in fact for businesses that have between about 150 and 200 employees. But for second, we are second place for anything under 150 employees. And my former employer, Xero, takes that crown. But why are 20% of the private Australian workforce all paid within our solution? And the reason being is it's all in one. You don't need to have a payroll, award, time and attendance, rostering solution over 4 different softwares. It can all be done within Employment Hero Payroll. So some things to point out. We have the most comprehensive award interpretation solution in Australia. We currently maintain over 55 awards in our solution. And the big thing that we focus on is maintaining compliance. You know, I log on to or I receive newsletters or documentation from the accountants daily. And I would say once a week, we see a BHB or we see a Crown underpaying employees. And our kind of philosophy on this is if you've got a business such as BHP that can't pay their employees correctly with teams of lawyers, HR consultants, payroll specialists, you know, what chance does a small business have? So we're really trying to give small and medium enterprises in Australia all the same tools that a large business could expect to have. And we want to maintain compliance and make sure that your business is never underpaying employees. So the awards is the first one. We're fully STP2 certified. We have payroll reporting as well. As I said, we've got all of the timesheeting and dynamic rostering all built into the solution. Everything is paperless. And we also have a lot of smart integrations as well. So I know the guys at Acacia are MYOB certified consultants. I haven't put it in this slide, but we do have an integration to various MYOB products as well if you are using those. But if you're using Xero or QuickBooks or Microsoft, Oracle, Odoo, we've got all of those integrations as well. Next slide, please, Di. And as I said before, like the purpose of this demonstration was absolutely to walk you through our payroll product, but we do offer the other side of this as well, and that's HR. So we do offer that full back office solution, and how we frame it is we do everything from hiring through to firing. So all of those employee life cycle, or all of those steps in the employee life cycle, we look after. So things such as applicant tracking system. So we allow you to have one central place to manage all of your recruitment, whether you're using LinkedIn Jobs, Seek, Indeed, this all pulls through to Employment Hero. One of the biggest things that we understand is that, you know, recruitment is one of the toughest and most expensive parts for any business to undertake. Once again, we're making this cheaper and easier for you as well. Digital contracts. We don't want you sending out a contract to be signed manually and returned to you a week later. We allow you to use our document signing facility. also our digital contracts. And what I mean by this is, I spoke earlier on how Employment Hero was founded by an employment law firm. We acquired that employment law firm. We actually provide you with all the digital contracts, HR policies, and documentation as well, all in line with Fair Work Australia. You can white label these, make these your own, and have employees acknowledge them and sign them all digitally as well. Paperless onboarding and worker eligibility. So we do visa checks, we do working with children checks, we do all of that to make sure that all of your employees are in fact able to work and are suitable for the role as well. And when it comes to paperless onboarding, another big area where we win as well. So we speak to so many businesses and we ask them how they onboard employees, and they may sit them down in the boardroom on day one, or they may send them a paper onboarding pack. When I actually onboarded to Employment Hero, we use Employment Hero internally. So when I onboarded, about 2 weeks before I started, I was given a paperless onboarding journey. So I was given all of the policies to acknowledge, videos to watch. I was fully onboarded by the time I had started at Employment Hero. So I was able to add value as an employee pretty much a few weeks in, because I had done all those menial tasks prior. Leave management, it says what it does on the box. You can manage all of your different leave types from the solution. Reward and recognition is a really big one. And we speak to a lot of small and medium enterprises. And when we ask them, what do you offer your employees? They don't really have the ability to offer the rewards that a big business does. So Employment Hero, we've done something very unique. As I said, we have over 2 million 2 million employees on our platform. What we have done is we've approached all of the biggest vendors in the market and said to them, we want to use our collective bargaining power to be able to provide world-class discounts. So we've started to speak with telco providers, internet providers, health insurance, and we are getting exclusive discounts for all of our Employment Hero members. And the perfect one being is, before Christmas, we had 20% off the Iconic and 20% off Booking.com on all flights and accommodation. So these are world-class benefits and rewards that you can offer your employees, even if you are a small or medium enterprise as well. Spoke about digital HR policies and acknowledgement, goals and performance management. This is a really key part of the employment lifecycle. So we do offer you things such as you can do your annual reviews out of here. You can do one-on-ones, 360 feedback. These actually link through as well to our remuneration area of our solution. So if someone's had a fantastic one-on-one review or annual review, we can actually pull through to our salary tool to increase this. And not to mention, I'm about to talk about AI in a moment and what Employment Hero is doing with AI. But when it comes to salary, what our solution will do is it will scan all of our 2 million employees and 300,000 businesses. And if you're paying an office administrator, it will salary benchmark them against what every other business is paying. So you can see if you're paying someone $70,000, but the benchmark is $78,000, it may be in line for you to say, hey, we're going to, increase our salaries. And on the contrary as well, it will also identify another, key metrics if you're overpaying employees or if people have taken a lot of sick leave or whatever it may be. And then the final area is certification and qualification storage. We never want your business to be employing people that shouldn't be working. And we can do things such as sending out push notifications when someone's RSA is a month from expiring. And then we can request that they upload a new version, or driver's license. We can get them to take a photo of their new driver's license and upload this. So I just spoke for the last few minutes, and this isn't even half of what Employment Hero can do, but I guess the crux of it is we want to make employment as easy and beneficial to every single employer and employee possible. And we give small and medium enterprises the same playing field when it comes to rewards and benefits, different tools that all large enterprises do. Next slide, please, Di.
Yeah, get my act together. Sorry.
No, that's okay. Excellent. So this is another area that I wanted to speak about. And, mobile first experience. We speak to so many businesses, and a common problem is we've got employees out on site, or we've got people that work from home, and they may not have access to a laptop or a computer or whatever it may be to be able to do all of their employment activities. So we created what we called our Swag application. And our Swag application is the most comprehensive or the world's first all-in-one employment super application, super app. Now, what you can do in here is manage your own employment documentation. So you can sign your employment contract. You can sign any other contracts the business needs you to do. You can acknowledge your policies and inductions, view pay slips, do your leave requests, rostering, timesheeting, every single thing that you need to do with regard to your employment can be done from this application as well. Next slide. Excellent. So Employment Hero is really hedging our bets on this employment super app, and it's where we're spending a lot of our time. And to break things down, we've kind of dropped it down to 4 key pillars. And I was hoping to show you the application today, but the best that I can do for the time being is the slides. But what we're seeing here on the first part, the Swag work pillar, is everything that I just spoke to you about. It's being able to manage all of your employment contracts, pay slips, leave. But there's also 3 other key pillars, and there's Swag careers. And this is all about being able to hire people and also being able to track and view new employment opportunities. So what Swag careers will do, or I guess to preface this, we spoke earlier on how recruitment is one of the most difficult and expensive things that you can do as a business. And what we've done is, I know the big buzzword is artificial intelligence, but that's something, we couldn't say that we're one of Australia's biggest tech companies without actually investing in artificial intelligence. So by using our career tabs, we've actually built something called Smart Match. Now, what Smart Match will do is say that your business is recruiting a new waiter or office administration person, and you've received a whole bunch of applications through Employment Hero. What Employment Hero will do is it will check the Swag job board. So, and I'll touch on that in a moment, and it will surface using AI all appropriate candidates that may not have applied for the application. So you can scan and see all other people that are applying for a waitress role or a waiter role or office admin role, and it will marry it up using artificial intelligence. So you can then pull candidates in to look at the job. So getting to that job board area, what we want to do is we want to become the world's largest place for employment as well. It's kind of funny, right? Our largest investor is Seek, and we are very, very open about this. We want people to stop using Seek and to start using Swag. So how this works is, if you're an employee or if you're a job seeker, but you're not currently employed with an Employment Hero business, your job application or your resume will be visible to all businesses using Employment Hero to be pulled in for a job. And what the idea behind this is, you'll have all of your information uploaded to this. So as a business, what you can do is just click on it and see that Lachlan has all of this experience. He's worked here, and you can straight away hire him. Because all of your TFN is in there, all of your personal information is in there, it's going to reduce the amount of time that it takes to actually recruit someone. So I know there's a few moving parts there, guys. And as I said, I was hoping I could show you the solution itself, but we are really trying to solve the world's biggest employment issue, in our opinion, which is hiring. Swag money as well. So cost of living, it's probably another one of the big terms. You can't turn on the news, or you can't really do anything now without hearing about the cost of living. So we're doing what we can to help people with this. And as I said, what Swag money is, it's allowing people to manage all of their finances if they want to through our solution. So we can set up things. We've got a virtual debit card that you can upload funds to. And then if you use it at Woolworths or if you use it with Energy Australia, you will receive discounts on. So just to reiterate, we do have 2 million employees on our platform. We're using our collective bargaining power to get discounts for every single employee on there to help them tackle the cost of living crisis as well. So they will be eligible for unique rewards and money benefits there as well. And just to wrap up on this note as well, we spoke about the benefits platform. So, you know, you'll get exclusive discounts to all different kinds of businesses as well for your employees. So it's really putting you in a level playing field. You know, some of the rewards that someone at Google might get, or Amazon, or so forth. Next slide, please, Di. Excellent. So look, I wish I could show you the platform. And if you are interested in having a look at the platform, whether it be the HR module, the payroll module, any of this, please reach out to me. My email address is on screen. My mobile phone number is there. More than happy to arrange a demonstration, understand what your business is facing, and be able to see how our solution can fit. You don't need to use the entire solution. If some of this stuff today isn't relevant, you don't, you know, we're very transparent about our pricing and our packages. It's all on our website. There's no, you know, hidden prices. Have a look what may be suitable for you. Give me a call, shoot me an email. I'm more than happy to arrange a time to show your business Employment Hero. And if we've got plenty of time, so if anyone has any questions, please go ahead.
Yeah, you can come off mute at any time. And just a little bit of a background for all of you that are attending. A while ago, one of our clients was using Exo Payroll, and what they found was they wanted to move more to a rostering platform where they could actually send rosters out to their employees, and their employees would do their timesheets on their phones, etc. So we then started working, or that client started working with the product called KeyPay. And KeyPay is the payroll that's used in Employment Hero. So if you're ever looking out there for any reference sites or anything like that, if you look up KeyPay, you'll find lots of really, really good reviews. If you're doing rostering, obviously you need to make sure that your awards are covered off, and I'm sure Lachlan can fill us in on what awards you've got if you need that sort of award interpretation. Again, I know there's lots of businesses here that purely need a really simple payroll where you just want to pay your people on a fortnight by fortnight basis, taking into account any sick leave or annual leave or any commissions that they might have. That's, you know, those sorts of payrolls are quite simple. When we start talking about rostering, it gets a little bit more complicated, and that's where we need to make sure that your award's covered. Is that a fair summary, Lachlan? And so I suppose that's a little bit of a background as to why Acacia decided to align ourselves with Employment Hero. It's because we had that experience. We have a client that's using it, and they're finding that it's a good tool for them. So any questions, anybody? You can please take yourself off mute and come on camera if you'd like, or you can type something in the chat if you're adverse to saying something. That's fine too. No questions? We might just wait and just see if there's anything coming in the chat. I think Louise and Tonya have been monitoring the chat, so yeah. And look, if you're too scared to contact Lachlan, just contact one of us three. So on the call, we've got Tonya Say. So Tonya is our payroll guru for Exo as well as Advanced, which I'm sure you're all aware of. I'm certified with Exo and Advanced as well. And Louise is certified for our Advanced MYOB Advanced application. But of course, we see organisations where MYOB Advanced doesn't quite work for you, and maybe this is a good solution. And maybe, Lachlan, you can just outline the not necessarily the cost, because I know it's based upon the number of employees, but are there three separate parts that someone would subscribe to? The
Yeah,
HR?
it's a good question. So
Yeah.
I'll start with the payroll. So we have two modules. So we have standard payroll and we have plus payroll or advanced payroll. The standard version is $6 per employee per month, and the advanced is $8 per employee per month. I'll jump into that in a second, John. The advanced includes the award interpretation, the rostering, and the timesheeting. And then our HR packages, we have 4 different packages. Because there's so many feature sets in there, please jump on our website and have a look, because there's so many things that are included in some and not the other. But you're probably looking about the $10 to $12 per employee per month. So if you're looking at the entire Employment Hero HR and payroll package, you're probably looking at about $18 to $20 per month per employee. But just to point out as well, guys, we also do offer outsourced managed payroll services as well. So if you are looking to outsource your payroll, we do that as well. We also offer HR, law, and advisory services as well through our employment law firm that we own. John, getting to your question, yes, we do have the construction award built in. For the time being, it's just the civil component of the construction award. But I read an internal note this morning that we are looking to deliver upon the rest of that. And as far as I'm aware, there's no solution in Australia that currently offers this, just given how in depth and how many rules are built into the construction award.
Any other questions? I know when you start talking about rosters and you start talking about awards, it's really, really important that if you're paying people under different awards, that you just ensure that we really do cover off on the awards, because making sure that you don't have to do that level of interpretation. I was speaking with someone today, they're paying 110 people. They're doing all the award interpretation manually, and it's taking them 1 day a week for a weekly payroll. So basically that would be a savings for them of something in the order of $24,000 to have that award interpretation done for them. You know, taking the time away from someone and dare I say, getting rid of the mistakes, having something do the automated interpretation. So if there's no other questions, we might call a halt to it. And what we'll do is we'll reach out to each of you and just confirm that you've got what you wanted out of the session. And if you want an individual presentation from Lachlan, there are some great videos on the Employment Hero website where you can actually see information on the actual Employment Hero solution as a process that you can then work from there. Any other questions? Otherwise, half an hour is a good time for a meeting, is what I always say. So thank you all for coming along. Really appreciate you coming along.
Cool. Thanks so much, guys. Absolute pleasure. Cheers.
Thanks. Bye, Lachlan.